Hey everybody, again, my name is Danielle. I am not a makeup artist. I just figured I like making videos and probably hearing myself talk. So it happens to be Pride Month and you might be already sick of the rainbow looks that everybody's probably doing. I mean, we're all trying to be inclusive here. And who doesn't love a rainbow look? Just saying, rethink yourself if you don't like them. I'm going to be doing one today, and it also gives me an excuse to explain where I started in my makeup journey. So what I'm going to be using today is one of the very first palettes I ever bought, like on purpose. You know, people had gifted me makeup. Beauty Glazed Color Fusion. I did get it on Amazon, which, I don't know, sometimes I feel bad or worse about Amazon, and I've used it a lot. Tried out a bunch of things like scraping some of the colors out and like wetting the colors and stuff. It was super affordable, so I recommend it. And it also has every color of the rainbow, which is why I bought it, because I didn't want to be, you know, like missing out on the rainbow looks. And I'm a cheap girl. I'm very cheap. Cheap, but this one got really good reviews, and I have to say that I do enjoy using it. It's a good palette. Sure, there's fallout, which means like the eyeshadow kind of falls onto your cheeks, but then you just do your base last. Speaking of base, well, actually, this is eyeshadow primer, which I realized only just recently in watching other YouTubers, actually, because they come here for knowledge. That there's a difference between eye primer and base. Base just is a color that's like, hey, you know, I'm gonna match whatever eyeshadow you put on top, and yeah, it might be a little sticky, but the primer itself is supposed to help with the creasing and all that. So the primer is if you get a lot of creases over the day because your eyelid gets oily, use the primer. But you could also use a base. You could use a primer and then a base. It might be overkill, but figure out your own skin type. I guess that's the moral of a lot of the story here, is just try a bunch of things and see what works for you. So we all, I guess, on this community, just kind of, we post what we do, and sometimes we figure out better ways of doing stuff. Speaking of, I'm using my ring finger, which is a weak finger, to tap this primer around my eyeball. I'm going to be using every single color of the rainbow in this look. And I want to use up all of the space, all of the real estate of my eye. So I'm just going to mush out the whole thing. This is hard with my left hand. Try not to poke yourself in the eyeball, especially if you have long nails like I usually do. I can never get in here. I guess that's why people use brushes often. But I don't want to waste a brush right now. Let me go in with my right hand. I'm better at it. I'm better. Ooh, ooh. See, that was my nail. It caused a little, you know, crescent moon. All right, I gotta do something with myself here. I really don't want to use a brush. Let me use a little Q-tip and I'll just smoosh it out better. I hope I'm not just rubbing it off. Ugh, I might be. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It's just makeup. And it can be as nice or as messy as you'd like it. Okay. So I didn't draw this one out, and I wonder if I should just do like the warm tones over here, like the Roy part of ROYGBIV, and then the Biv part over here, which is like starting from green and, or I guess Roy G and then Biv. I feel like I've done that before. I kind of want to do another one where there's all the colors on both eyeballs. And you know what? I'm not gonna be, I mean, maybe it's creative, but it's probably not creative. I'm going to use every single color, I think in this order. Is that too much? Not every single color, you know, but like one from each column. How are we feeling about that? I kind of like that. I kind of like that idea. And should we do it in order where, like, if I start over here from the pinks, or technically I shouldn't have pink because Roy is red. Okay. I don't know. I went to art school. Does everybody else know what ROYGBIV is? Yeah? Red, orange, yellow is the Roy part. G is the green part. And then BIV is blue, indigo, violet. So it's like, I don't know, this is kind of bluish. Indigo and violet would be more like this color. Yeah? All right. As I get super technical here, all right, I'm gonna start with this red. It's a matte red. I think this one suits me best. I'm going in with a eyeshadow brush. I'm not pushing too hard, but I do want a lot of impact and no care about what's happening to the fallout. And I'm gonna start inside and not outside. I feel like I don't really do that often. Oh, yes, please. Okay. I don't know if you could tell that this is like the inside of my nose, really. It's like hardly even my eyeball. The start right before my socket. I'm just gonna make like a roughly... All right, now I'm going to wipe this brush off a little bit on my shirt because I'm an animal. And then I'm gonna use an orange, but I wanna go, so I use this. I think I wanna use this orange or that orange. This one looks better to me, I think. All right, dabbing into there. See the orange? Ooh, okay. Let me get a little closer. Get a little closer so I don't make myself crazy far away. Okay, hope I dipped into the right one. I always do that. When I go back to the palette, I'm like, did I take the correct color? Oh, do I already have an eye booger? Yes, I do. Wiping that in my shirt as well. Because I'm a classy lady. I don't think I have enough orange on this side. Just sort of coming up into my crease as well. Yeah. I already like this. Okay, rubbing it off my shirt again. Sounds filthy. Don't chastise me. This channel is not for children. Yellow. Let me go for this brighter one. Also, I should put this palette down for now, so I could get my mirror up in my face. Because I think I want to start evening off the colors into my crease a little bit. So I'm going to start at where my creasing is and pat this down. Going into that same yellow. And like previous videos, I'm kind of tapping like over the orange a little bit, but not like completely, just so that I can get a good blend later when we come back into these. Oh, my eye is gonna tear up. I could tell. I could tell. And also, I like to look at my mirror and everything kind of straight on so I could match the eyes. And kind of with my eyeball open a little bit, like at rest, but open, it's hard to do. At least it was hard for me to learn. And also, like, my face is not symmetrical. I like to say it's pretty close, but it isn't. So like, sometimes you gotta do a little bit different technique on either eye to get it like a matchy shape. Even though you did it some way on this eye, you might need to do it a little bit differently on the other one. Awesome, right? It already looks so cool. And if you don't think it looks cool, fine. Fine. All right, I wiped off the yellow color. Let's pick a green color. Oh man, I mean, like I just used that yellow. I kind of wanted to do this green, but I feel like we gotta go greener. We gotta use this one. Gotta. Decision made. I like being decisive, can you tell? I'm an A personality, A. All right, I'm gonna start in the crease again and pat down vertically. Oh, it is dusty though. Sometimes my snots are like the color of my eyeshadow. Does that happen to anybody else? Just me? Okay, I'm talking to myself here. Oh, for some reason it looks like the yellow kind of wiped off my green color. Actually, maybe I went into the wrong green. That happens to me. Okay. Fixing it. Whew. All right. I definitely went up higher on this green than this other green, so let's just match it. Try to match it. I guess now that I look at it, I went up a little higher on the other side with the yellow as well, so let's fix that. Wiping off my brush, dipping back into the yellow. For some reason this reminds me of like, I don't watch a lot of sports, but like some sort of like a football jersey. And by football, I mean soccer. Even though I'm from New Jersey. Let's use my finger to blend out the primer again. It was already creasing in the corners of my eye, especially. Okay. All right, my brush is wiped off again. All right, what blue? I think I need to go for that blue. It's very blue. Okay, blue, 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 blue. I'm gonna stay quite far down here, or attempt to stay below the crease on this side. Maybe I did. I came up a little bit higher here with the tapping. I also feel like the blue is tapping outwards, whereas the other colors were tapping up and inner, curving inner. Let's try to run with that. Okay, technically ROYGBIV blue, that was just blue. Now there's an indigo and then there's a violet. So let's try. What do you think is indigo here? Indigo is a little bit more purpley than blue, and I feel like this kind of accomplishes it, at least in this lighting. So let's do that one. Get closer again. Oh, we're running out of eyeball. How sad for us. We only have one more color after this, so I think we're good. I really want to make sure that I pack that into the creasy creases that I have, because I don't want white splotches later. Yo, I think that worked as like the indigo perfectly. Let's try it. Let's do it on this side. Ooh. Looking good. Also, there's sun coming through my window and it's going through a tree. Do you see these cool patterns on my face right now? All right, let me pause because I'm gonna take some stills. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how those pictures came out. We'll figure it out later when I'm not. Let me just finish this look because then I could take the final pictures, right? Right? That was a good call, everybody. I might be losing my mind. All right, Violet. You're toning Violet. I'm gonna do this one. Yeah. Yep. Looks like more of a warm purple, but you use what you use. You use what you got. And I'm just gonna do a dot for the shape. I like that it's a smush, like splotchy like this. I don't think I'm gonna blend it anymore. I don't think I'm blending it. I'm not doing it. What I do want to do is put some eyeliner on, like a lot of black eyeliner, I think would be best. Yeah. I need some water. Un momento. All right, so this is gonna be a little bit more of an experiment here because this is just Mahon. Can you read that? Black, and it's face and body makeup. I use it. You put a little water in it. What brush do I want to use? I would like to use a little angled brush if I could find one. So I have a little cup of water, like from your Robitussin. And then I'm gonna dip my brush into the water, and it's a little wet, and then I just dip in here. And that's usually like enough. And then I just kind of keep the product on the edge of the brush and not on the metal part of the brush. You know, I don't like doing that. I feel like it makes your brushes messy and ruins the bristles. Oh, these leaves from the tree. It's also kind of blinding. So we'll see how this goes. I normally go up. Let's do like just a little bit, a little flick. And by little, I mean giant. Let's try it on this eye. And then I kind of want to come over to where the green is, which is like the middle of my, if I wasn't turned like a crazy person, it's like the middle of my iris and my eyeball. Just grabbing some more stuff. Yeah, but where the yellow and the green meet. I feel like this wasn't the best brush for me to choose, but okay. We're making the best of it. Okay? You know what, I'm just gonna pat. I'm not gonna drag it. I feel like my eyelids are very, I don't know. It might be the primer. It makes my eyelids so tacky that my skin, my 35-year-old skin, extra pulley. It's pulling. Okay. We're doing good. We're doing better. I mean, who's to say? I'm doing the best. Doing the best I can. All right, let's fill this one in as my eye starts tearing from the bright sunlight in my face. And now we're just trying to match what I did and messed up, and I'm already kind of tearing on this side, so let's just make it look like it's intentional. Intentional. And am I even? I can't tell. Okay. I just put the mirror in front of my face so you couldn't see what I was doing. Okay. Whatever. Even enough. Yes, please. I think now that I did that, I'm going to put a little black. Okay, I have so many brushes. I mean, not brushes. What are these things called? Pencils. I can't tell which one is black. Talk about first world makeup girl problems. I just have so many colors. I can't find the black. Oh, I'm a butthole. Black pencil in the waterline. I was trying to be all sassy on camera and I poked myself in the eyeball. All right, let me. Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. Mascara. I'm gonna just go in with the Great Lash. It's got a cool little cone shape here. It's the best. I like this cone shape. And then I just sort of roll it from the base up to the lash line. No, lash line up to the edges of my lashes. You see what I'm doing. You could see. Yo, mascara like makes looks, right? Like this is cool, but it's not as cool as one coat of mascara so far. Cool. So I did this eye, and I normally don't dip again into my mascara tube until I'm done with my lower lashes. So let me do the lower with like less product on the wand, so I don't get clumpy clumps down there. Right? All right. Can't really see what I'm doing yet. Okay. I'm also gonna do a second coat. We're just gonna take another 5 minutes. Just kidding. I only really second coat my outer lashes and only the top. I feel like that's all I need before it gets too Tammy Faye Baker. And if you don't know who that is, Google it. There's also a good movie. A good movie, I think. Was it Jessica Chastain who played her? I think maybe. I hope I'm getting that right, because I feel like there's some other A-list celebrity girl who looks similar, and then they also get like interchangeably talked about. Anyway, I'm done. And I kind of also like this white halo that my primer gave. I like it so much that I'm just not even gonna put concealer under my eye or anything. This is it. This is it, babes. Also, I'm sorry. I hate it when I call people like those names. I feel like when you baby talk people, you're just being rude to them. I know some people do it like it's endearing, and with some people it is. But I also feel like my tone of voice is not always the best for that. If you could tell. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. And if you got to this part, you know, I'm gonna say some stuff like, please like and subscribe and check me out on Instagram at MimeTech. Whatever. Happy Pride Month, everybody, and I hope you're inclusive all year round. Bye.